Hello, my dears. It feels like a long time since we've connected. Just a few days, but my goodness, has life changed? So much has changed. Anyhow, more on that later. But for now, I would love to give you the latest Sandra Walter update. So we're going to jump right into that. And actually today, I'm going to, now that I know how to do it, screen share with you. There we are. And share. Super. So right into it, and then we will switch over. Blessings, beloveds. Acceleration of the revelation phase brings subtle and not so subtle agendas to the surface. Remember the sleight of hand aspect to this phase. All is not as it seems. Discernment, wisdom, perspective. Note our collective progress. Many are experiencing deep peace and balance, even with the external narratives presenting other timelines. Again, the collective heart is tested once more. Revelation of unity is unavoidable. Pay attention to the narratives you fuel with your consciousness. We know how these realities work. Feel where your energy is being pulled. You will be presented with things to worry about, sides to choose. The last agenda fades. New concerns are delivered. Where is your consciousness? What are you creating? What are you affirming with your thoughts, words, actions, and feelings? The way we co-create is being purified in these realms. Focus on solutions and positive outcomes. Properly qualified light has more power than fear. Revisit the core photonic principle, proper use of life force. Basic frequency magnetics of the lower realms. Until we attain internal equanimity, the outer world will continue to reveal conflict. Divine neutrality is a valuable tool in this journey out of distortion. Compassionate choices within, higher collective choices without. The ego, mind, and emotions will avoid higher choices. It makes them uncomfortable. Forgive your procrastination and begin to retrain these constructs to serve heart intelligence. Clarity and heart-based perspective welcome peace into the collective harmonic. Peace is an excellent complement to revelation, a must for right action and creation of solutions which benefit the whole. The lesson of equanimity during conflict is as old as the Mahabharata, still applicable. We are still learning this eternal lesson of the soul's journey. It makes us better liaisons, clearer conduits, and better co-creators at the collective table. Remember, the higher vibration of awakened and empowered hearts has more influence on outcomes. Many are being groomed for unified leadership in the new light. Becoming the presence is the theme of this year's crystalline convergence. We begin by becoming quality conduits and heart-based liaisons of divine love light, regardless of circumstance. The Schumann is active again. This began on the 2nd of the 22nd of 2022 gateway. Gaia is very present in this now. New cosmic flows are opening. Stargates align on the 13th, 15th, 17th, and 19th for the next 3 months. Keep those dates in heart for unified gate and grid keeping. Global infusions of peace continue every Sunday. Know that many are holding the frequencies of divine compassion, grace, unconditional love, and equanimity, no matter what. Let us show humanity what is possible for ascension in love, light, and service, Sandra. So of course, you can, there is her website, and well, ascensionpath.com with Sandra Walter. I shall pop that into the description box, and we will stop sharing. There we are. Now then, we're still recording. Okay, very good. So yeah, all of that, and just a quick recap from me over the past week. It's been phenomenal. Like I shared, I think the last time I was on, I was sharing about Matthias de Stefano and the activations that were going on in Egypt, from the epicenter of everything. And what phenomenal, like it's just been so incredible since then, and leading up to that. And what I just to, it's, I couldn't have said it better than Sandra, and that's why I decided to share her newsletter, because it really is about, and I've said this before, about where we are focusing our attention is what we're receiving back. So if you're hooked into what's going on in regards to the war, or the convoy and whatever, and for me, like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with anything. There's no good, bad, right, or wrong. You know, you are where you are. But only speaking for myself and tuning out of all of that stuff, I can say that, like, I've been able to experience the absolute bliss, and elation and joy and incredulous amounts of love that I have over the past few days. So much so that actually the last 2 days I was completely horizontal, like literally I could not do anything, just because it was so overwhelming. That sounds very bizarre, but the love that I've been receiving, the light that's been coming through, as Sandra spoke about, or in her newsletter, about the photonic light, like, it's I don't have a word for it. It's, we are receiving so much right now. And as someone else would say, Michael Love, gamma rays that are coming through from the cosmos, which are just, well, they're enlightening us, really. So one is more receptive to it when one is more quiet and able to go within themselves and receive, right? It's a massive gift. And you know, if we're busy, if we're too busy to receive the gift, well, it's just going to go over our, well, it's not actually going over our heads, it's still coming within. But if we're just too busy to notice it, then we're going to have more aggravation. So that was completely, I mean, yesterday, the last 2 days was like, no, we've received a lot over the last, since Friday, and maybe, no, I mean, since the, wow, I don't even know. Like, we started with Matthias at the pyramids, that was on Saturday evening, and it was just, you know, leading up to the 22nd of February, and then just, it just got more and more amplified, and by Friday, you know, I'm having I'm having a conversation with someone I've just met, and it's like, what can I say? It's like I'm connecting with kin, you know. It's like soulmates, whatever you want to call, you know. And that went from, you know, such a powerful conversation on Friday, Doctor Who, thank you, to Saturday, which was such a, and I was thinking to myself, I had this meeting planned, and I nearly canceled it. I nearly did, because I was just like, you gotta slow down, baby. Like, you know, this is a lot. And I'm so glad I didn't cancel it. And but by the end of the meeting with this, another incredible soul, I love, who I love, you know, at the end of our conversation, I said to him as we were walking through the forest, I was just like, oh God, I overwhelmed myself. I'm going to go home and lay down. And I didn't. I mean, that just, again, you know, filling my cup myself, me doing the work in the mornings, with my, you know, general rituals that I do with me, you know, just to set me up for a very overflowing cup. It's been overflowing for so many days. So yes, and I'm so glad I didn't rest. I'm so glad I did not come home and just sleep. I jumped through a portal into yet another place where I had the opportunity to share all of this that's coming through. And I'm speechless, like really. I wish you to experience what I am, and I really do, because it's such an incredulous time, and it really takes tuning out of what is in the world around us, and tuning into what's going on within the world within. And it's so exciting. So yes, it went from, you know, here to here to here to here, and then 2 days of just outright stop. Just stop, baby. Like, we need to not do anything. But even, you know, then still, where it's really pockets of like quietness, not seeing anyone. I didn't even go for a walk for the past 2 days. So it was really like, anytime I do go for a walk, I meet so many people that just, it's more giving, which is absolutely fine. But yesterday I just needed to, well, I suppose the last 2 days, just integrate and continue to receive. And I'm just going to share this with you. This morning when I went, I was like, oh, I've got to get on the videos and just focus and whatever. But I met Bruce, who I've talked about before. Remember in a past video, beautiful kindred spirit, a gentleman who's got a few years on me, and you know, he's the one who I showed, or stood in front of a tree, and he saw the owl when I was like, think like a child, and then we just had this phenomenal conversation. Anyways, as I'm passing the owl, I'm thinking of him, laughing to myself, and I'm thinking of him about like the latest book that I've tuned into, and I want to share that with him. I want to see him. I want to feel him. And there he was, sat on the bench, right like at the entrance of the trail, and or close to the entrance. And there was another woman chatting with him, and I just, and she kind of moved aside, all that social distancing stuff, and but really smiley and really nice. And I greeted both of them, and I just said, oh, Bruce, I was thinking about you, and I was hoping, knew that I would really see him. So, and we haven't seen each other for, I don't know, it doesn't matter. Anyways, and then the other woman was like, well, I you know, where I saw Bruce as I was coming in, because he was sat on the bench. And so she went on her way, and I sat down on the bench beside him, and he said exactly what I was thinking, that, oh, I've been thinking about you so much, I've got something for you. And we both have a book for each other. Of course, we didn't have them there. However, I mean, this is the magic. It's like the telepathy. We're calling each other. This is why I'm telling you this story, because I really want you to feel it. And this is what it's been the last days. It's just been so amazing. And so actually, I'm going to call it quits from here, and because I've got some other incredible stuff I wish to share with you. So look, dear sweethearts, my dear loves, please tune into you. You know, pop into the news if you really need to, you know, like once every couple of days. It doesn't change. If you can tune away from it like for a week, it's not going to be that different. And even if it is, you're going to hear from other people what you need to hear, what you need to know, let's put it that way. But really, I'm not missing anything. And yeah, what I need to know comes to me. But really, all I need to know is that we are the more people are tuning into their hearts, as per Sandra's message, and as per everything that I'm experiencing. It's wonderful. I mean, Bruce and I, we laughed, we cried. There was everything, you know, what was meant to be like a quick walk, just get outside, because we haven't been out for 2 days. I don't know how long we sat on the bench. I could easily have been 2 hours. We just pick up from one story to the next to the next, you know. Anyways, I'm supposed to be ending this, and speaking of stories and picking up, well, I love you. I love you. I love you. God bless you. Wishing you such a wonderful day, and please tune into you, because you're so beautiful. You're so beautiful. You're so wonderful. Please. Mwah. I love you. Bye. Woo.